Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope all is well with you and yours. Thanks for stopping by. Also, check out my YouTube music channel. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm Jamie Thompson, and this is Here's the Thing. Today on the agenda is some NFL, some NBA, and the election watch. Okay, last night's game, the New York Jets versus the San Francisco 49ers. Rodgers is taking his Jets across the country to San Francisco. Now, the 49ers seem to have gotten to a groove after the first couple of series, and they really never looked back. They didn't look as rusty as a lot of the teams did in the opening week of the season. However, Aaron Rodgers and his receivers seemed to be a little out of sync in the beginning, and the Jets' defensive line was getting manhandled, which was surprising to me because the Jets have the number three defense in the league. Um, Purdy was pretty much untouched. Also, Jordan Mason, number 24 for the 49ers, was running through that number three ranked Jets defense like a knife, a hot knife through butter. I mean, just no stopping, no resistance, up and down the field. That was kind of unbelievable to me, even though I know the 49ers have a really great offense, but still. And Brock Purdy was playing catch and toss with the receivers. I mean, it seems like these receivers are so wide open. And for some reason, Jet star cornerback Sauce Gardner was out for a couple of series, a couple of defensive series, and it showed. And, well, it did show, but still, when he was in the game, the Niners were still doing what they were doing, moving the ball. Now, although the 49ers were moving the ball up and down the field, they had to settle for 3 field goals in the red zone. And that kept the game from getting out of hand in the first half. So in the first half, the Niners were hot and the Jets were not. Total offense in the first half for the Niners, 210 total yards, 106 receiving, 104 rushing. Okay, and the Jets, first half, they had 83 total yards, 59 passing, and 24 rushing. Now, will the Jets pick it up in the second half? The answer was a resounding no. The Niners got the ball first, again, marched down the field, but this time, they didn't settle for a field goal. Nope, they got a touchdown. So, Jets get the ball, their first possession of the second half, interception. Rodgers throws an interception, which led to more Jordan Mason running through the Jets, and the 49ers capitalized on that turnover with the field goal. Then Rodgers got into his bag, and the Jets scored a touchdown on one of Rodgers' signature plays, a free play. The defensive line jumped off sides. Rodgers had a free play, and he got him with a TD. They jumped. Rodgers got him with the TD. Vintage Rodgers. The Jets started the fourth quarter down 26-13. The Niners went on to win the game 32-19. Quarterback Brock Purdy was 19 of 29 for 231 yards, no interceptions, no touchdowns. Running back Jordan Mason had 28 carries for 147 yards and one touchdown. The Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers was 13 of 21 for 167 yards, one touchdown, one interception. Now, the Jets star running back Breece Hall, he didn't have a great game. He had 16 carries for 54 yards and one touchdown. Even though the 49ers receivers and Brock Purdy had no problem passing on the Jets, Jordan Mason was their man of the hour, having a career day. Christian McCaffrey was a last-minute scratch from the lineup. Mason filled in for the 49ers, and the 49ers didn't miss a beat. Okay. How about a little bit of NBA? So I pose this question. Embiid or the Joker? I have to go with Embiid. As a big man, and I'm talking about a big man, the guy has all the skill a big man needs. He can shoot, he can play defense, and he can shoot free throws. And that's a must. So he can be in the game at the end of games. He's not a person you'll have to take out. He's not a big man you have to take out at the end of the game, because you don't want him to get fouled because he can't shoot free throws. This guy, he'll knock him down. Now, the Joker has more ball skills, but as I said, Embiid has all the skills you need from a big man. Scoring, rebounding, shooting, and he can pass the ball. Now, nothing dazzling behind the back, and all that. But when you have this guy in the game, you know you have a big man. Yeah, the injuries. Yeah, the injuries. The brother does get injured a lot, especially at the end of the season. He seemed to be hurt a little too much. But when you carry a lot of weight like that, it sometimes happens. When you're that big, it sometimes happens. But when he's ready, that cat is ready, and pretty much not many people are going to stop him. He can only stop himself probably by having a bad game, a bad shooting game or something like that. But I don't see anybody stopping him from doing what he does when he's healthy. Okay. Now, how about this? Luka Doncic or Ja Morant? Well, I'm taking Luka. Mostly because not only is he bigger, he's 6'7", Morant is 6'2". He's bigger, but he has a lot more skill to me than Ja Morant. If the question is who I will pay to watch, if it came down to these two, more than likely it'll be Ja Morant. Although Ja isn't as skilled as Luka, but Ja is way more athletic and more fun to watch. So I'm going with Luka as the more skilled player. And I think I would take Luka on my team before I would take Ja at this moment. Ja is must-see TV. He will put on a show, as will Luka also. Luka puts on a show. He does his thing, but his thing is done below the rim, while Ja's thing is done way above the rim half the time. But Luka is the most skilled. I think I would take him. Okay, now, the next one. Would you like to have the Knicks, Jalen Brunson, the Knicks, Jalen Brunson, or Shea Gildress Alexander? Now, this is a tough one considering what both players did last season. But I'm going with SGA. I'm going with Shea. SGA playing in the Western Conference adds to what he accomplished last year. We know how tough the West is compared to the Eastern Conference. Jalen Brunson is a great player, but I'll give SGA the edge because of who he was going against night in and night out. The likes of the Golden State Warriors, Denver, the Lakers, the Clippers, Ja Morant and his team. Um, just a lot of tough teams out there. You know, so with him being like second or third with SGA being second or third in the most valuable player race of last season, and he's in the West, that says a lot. I would take SGA over Jalen Brunson, but that's no knock on Jalen Brunson because we saw what that brother did last year in New York. He was almost a one-man band for a little while. And he's a gutsy guy. I like seeing him play. Gutsy guy. Okay, that's a little bit of NBA. Now, let's get to the election watch. So, the debate is tonight. Now, I'm looking forward to watching it. I'm looking forward to seeing the contrast between Vice President Harris and Trump, the Lion King. It will be very interesting. I want to see what policies the Republicans will put out. What policies will they put forward? And how they plan to pay for what they are proposing. I want to see Vice President Harris lay out her plans, and she has told us how she plans to get things done. And that's by making the super rich pay their fair share in taxes. A lot of the super rich pay less of a tax rate than your average working class person. I want to see if Vice President Harris can keep her cool while Trump is being Trump, with all the nonsense that comes with that. He comes with a lot of unusual things as far as a candidate for president. His nonsense is unbelievable. As he was against like Hillary Clinton, he's stalking her around the stage while she was talking and just talking over the mics and saying anything that comes to his mind. And 99% of the stuff he's saying isn't true. But just know that what Vice President Harris is doing tonight isn't fun and games. There's a lot on the line in this election. So, although we can get our popcorn ready and sit back and watch the debate, like I said though, this is some serious stuff. This is not fun and games. So, let's keep our eyes on the prize, and that is the White House. So, once again, I want to say thank you for stopping by, and I hope you have a great evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.